injury for sure was the fork in the road for so many reasons though. Like, you gotta understand, bro, what I felt was at the peak of my career. Like, we just lost to Bron and them. I think that year was 6 games.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was 6 or 7. I get mixed up which one we did first, but we took them to a long series. I felt good. Like, I felt like I was turning the corner. I was figuring it out. Like, it was my second time, you know what I mean? And I'm going against idols. I'm going against people that I looked up to, you know what I mean? My career. You know, and so now it's the second time we lost to Bron. I'm like, I'm closing the gap. I feel like I'm closing the gap. I'm learning him. I'm like, our team is damn near right where you want it to be. Like, we got experience. I had experience now. Lance had experience. We got the veterans in D West and Roy Hibbert, G Hill. Like, we close.
Yep.
And then, boom, break my leg. And it was just like, at that point, I didn't know if I was going to hoop again. Like, I didn't know, like, how my shit was done.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I was watching that shit live and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's gotta be, because what was that? Because obviously you recovered from the injury, but what was it like mentally coming back? You know what I mean? Because was there any hesitancy?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Because you play hard. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, partner left. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys doing windmills in the game and shit.
Facts.
Like,
this is what people don't understand. Like, I came back in April of that following season.
Mm-hmm.
But if you watch me, I was like hobbling around. But I was practicing with the team like January, February, like 2 months before that. So I really looked nasty. But I was, you know what I mean? The training staff was like, you fine, you medically cleared. So, you know, I was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna just go out there and they say I can trust it. It helped having that, you know what I mean? That little wiggle room to play and try to figure it out. But, you know, if I didn't do that, I don't know if I come back and be the same player.
Right.
Cause it was some days where I was just like, man, let's not even rehab. Like, let this shit heal and we'll get back to this shit when we do. But they was on me, they was diligent with me about just, man, stay with it. And I did that. And then the light started to get a little brighter. I was like, man, cool. Like, I see the vision of me being back.
And you probably ain't never trained like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So you training differently at this point to come back stronger, healthier. You know what I'm saying? So you come back on the court, once you get right, it's gonna take a minute to get right, to get the kinks out. Like,
and I think that's why it was another pivot for me because, you know, obviously I had other surgeries and injuries down the road that helped. Having gone through breaking my leg, that was the worst one. But understanding how to rehab and how to attack training differently, that kind of set me up to, like, you know, when I had surgeries on my shoulders, I had a partial tear in my knee, like, that kind of helped me realize, like, okay, I get through this one. Like, I know how to rehab now.
Right.
So it in a lot of ways, it was very pivotal.
You only 17 years old, right? You in high school. I got a question for you. And no, I never asked you this. What was the time that you felt you've turned the corner in your time right now? What is that moment?
Sophomore year, like summer, going into my junior year. Sophomore year, I wasn't really like, I transferred mid-year, so I couldn't finish my season. So once I got to the AAU circuit, that was the first time like everybody got to see me. And I feel like that was like, yeah, I'm here. Like, that was the time.
That was the moment?
Yeah, for me, so.